Welcome back to good old 709 Meridian, a commentary podcast, and we are now on episode 59. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew.
Hello.
Take a bow, buddy. And we're in our Age of Marvel season, and no, that does not mean Disney Marvel. We're talking the real old school Age of Marvel. We just did The Amazing Spider-Man last week, the pilot. And now this week, we're taking it up a notch with the pilot for everybody's favorite, The Incredible Hulk, the 1977 classic, which kicked off not only a couple of spin-off movies, but a whole series, which ran for about, 5 seasons?
Yep. Ran for 5 seasons. Short last season, but still 4 good seasons. It also this was the age of live action. You never had as many live action superheroes at one time.
Exactly.
As you
CBS had become the superhero network because they were airing shows like The Hulk, Wonder Woman, and Spider-Man when that became a series. And of course, there were other shows that were out. Marvel, they did a few more pilots, which we'll get into a little later. We'll surprise you when they come out. But none that really became, like what Disney has done in an actual Marvel universe. But, they gave it a shot. And for the longest time, this was the Marvel MCU to us.
Yep.
To our generation.
The MLAU, Marvel Live Action Universe. Yeah, this was, and we'll get into it, but there are reasons the Hulk worked for this kind of thing.
Yeah, this was definitely a TV budgeted Hulk, but for some reason they worked the hell out of it, and it does work. So let's jump into the pilot film, 1977. Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno, and Jack Colvin, right?
Yep.
He's
and then the lady that we'll get to that was on Days of Our Lives. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yep. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, play. And there you go, Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby in The Incredible Hulk.
Susan Sullivan.
Susan Sullivan, yeah.
So, Jack Colvin.
McGee.
Lou. Good old Lou Ferrigno.
Big Lou.
But this is from Kenneth Johnson, who...
Yeah.
Did he do V?
He did V.
Yeah, so he was a TV guy. Like the other...
Yeah.
Starting with our beautiful 70s.
Yeah, some 70s afternoon delight.
Come on, Bill Bixby.
Sorry, Bill Bixby.
This is what naughty time is. Disco.
Oh. Hey. A little rainy day action there.
Yep.
And this all looks like a intro to a 70s romantic sitcom.
Right. We've got our Joe Harnell music. Oh, they got a kitty together. And of course, once you watch the show, you would never see any of this unless it was flashback footage.
Yeah. Completely a set on the Universal lot.
Oh, yeah. I imagine you got to they were repeating locations by the end.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, they're just so silly. It is a damn shame Bill Bixby didn't live longer. Can you imagine him on She-Hulk?
Oh, man.
Can you imagine She-Hulk with him?
Problem is, they had another idea for She-Hulk.
That's right.
That didn't. Now, would they have changed it to something a little more closer had he lived, hopefully. Because when I heard about they wanted her to be gold or some stupid shit.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, so what we're talking about is the spin-off movies. When they tried to bring this back, they brought it back with Thor and Daredevil.
Daredevil.
And there had been discussion of bringing it back with Human Torch,
Mm-hmm.
except they were afraid kids would light themselves on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And so, uh-oh.
Wow.
I hope nothing happens during their tranquil outing.
In his Oldsmobile Buick.
Why is he driving over? Like, I feel like he should have. I don't believe. Okay, he's on the road. I'm just saying, Bill Bixby doesn't strike me as a drive on the grass kind of guy.
Nah. Oh.
But oh,
Oh
a
no.
blowout,
Oh.
and
Over we go.
over and over.
Uh. Whoops.
The
Oh.
commentary on them wiggling around in the car must be amazing. Like Enterprise bridge going up.
Yeah, just shake the camera.
Whoa!
Wow.
But yeah, so you would watch this in clips, but they didn't air the movie in the syndication package. They
This?
saved it. Yeah, this was not part of the Hulk syndication package. They aired it separate.
I think they do it now.
Well,
They
yeah.
just play it in two parts. Just so they
Mm.
could have extra episodes.
So now we have a flashback inside of a flashback.
Right.
And
He can't open the door.
nope. Whenever
If
they
only
do
I
these
had the strength.
sequences, okay, they kind of did it with that one at the fireplace. Whenever they do those sequences, I'm always like, you should include something that we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, add to it.
There's some dialogue.
So at this
Speaking of
point,
dialogue, fucking Lethal Weapon.
yeah,
Woo!
a lot of it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just wow. Yeah. Uh,
So I'm not. Bill Bixby tried other series in the 70s, right? Like
yeah. The Magician.
yeah, The Magician's the one I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the 80s, I mean, he expected to keep working when he passed. He had not. He was expecting to keep going.
Yeah. He went into directing a lot too.
That's right. That's right. He
Like there was a show, I think Blossom might have been the show that he was regularly directing. And here we go. Susan Sullivan.
I don't feel like this scene would be in a modern remake.
Nah.
She never did any. This is one of the few things I feel like she actually did
She
outside the soap.
she did the first season, I think. I think it was yeah, she did the first season of It's a Living,
Okay.
which is another good ass show. Hey, that dude, he's familiar.
Yeah.
So is that a sweater jacket? What?
He's not talking. Doesn't she know the rage that lives inside of him? Yes, that is. So Bill Bixby's kind of like a dramatic Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
So that's really the energy Mark Ruffalo brought to the part that Ed
Eh,
Norton. Well, more than Ed Norton
Ed
did.
Norton was more haunted, yeah, but uh, Ruffalo is too cuddly dudley to me.
Well, especially
I
now that
think,
he's turned into they play the Hulk all
yeah,
the time.
smart
It's
Hulk. Yeah, it just I think really Norton did it better, but nobody does this sad like Bill Bixby. Like
no.
you really root for this guy.
And there's I mean, Mark Ruffalo doesn't have any romantic. Oh, he had the romantic component with the
Yeah, but that was
yeah, that was terrible. But with what's his face, Ed Norton, that wasn't really a thing on this. Like we don't have the unrequited love. The unrequited love of Betty is from the comics. Like
yeah.
this is not the comics at all because at
They
the
had to get
time,
yeah. They had to have him loose. You know, week to week you get a leading lady.
yep. But he is I mean he is mooning over the dead wife, but he'll have a romantic arc, I think, with Susan Sullivan. And then doesn't he almost get married in the next one? So
No, that was wasn't that season two premiere?
yeah, that was the season 2 premiere. Um and then the reunion movies, at least the first one he had a lady that was
Yeah,
like
lady in the Thor one, yeah.
yeah. But
And then in the last one, the last one it was Elizabeth Grayson and the
yeah,
shit just didn't look right.
you mean hanging out with his granddaughter? Yeah, it was a little weird.
Right, yeah.
Um but the Hulk's origin in the comics was tied to nuclear weapons development, which they weren't going to do in this.
Uh-huh. This is hard science here.
Yeah, they tried. I mean, the gamma rays. If you look up what gamma rays are,
Yeah, that's some dangerous shit.
it's just something, you know. So it's like
Hmm.
when they do it in this, they try to make it more.
Mm.
I don't know. They give a human face because it's Bill Bixby, right? Like he's a.
Mm.
I don't know. He's just see.
He
They're not
had a
mad at
lot of
each
shit
other.
even back then going on behind the scenes, you know. And the way he just brought it, just wow. Oh, is this the
Yeah, no, this is a real.
adrenaline to yeah, this was a real thing.
Yeah, this was like they should have gotten Kenneth Johnson to do all of these. Like, because the Hulk or Spider Man's nowhere near this well made. I mean, this is Universal versus
Yeah.
whoever,
Spider when
CBS
they
Studios or something.
I think when they did Spider-Man, it was more, hey, you have to put hey, Robbie's gotta be in there, Jonah, Aunt May. As the series went along, they kind of,
It
little
became
by
its own
little,
thing. Yeah,
yeah. As for the Hulk, I think they just gave them free reign
yeah.
to do their thing because it was more about what the fuck are we gonna do with how are we gonna make a Hulk?
Well, we were
You
talking.
know?
I don't know who did. That's a good thing that I think it was probably Columbia to some degree who produced the Spider-Mans, but the other thing would be the special effects. Like this has got special effects in it, but it's not the intense
Yeah,
special effects that Spider-Man had.
grounded. Yeah, you have to have him grounded for this for the Hulk.
So
Spider Man is more of a. I guess they thought of him more of a more fantastical fantasy hero.
definitely aimed more toward kids in a way. Like this is already a lot more grown up, right? Like
Yeah, because I can't imagine a kid wanting to actually even sit through this.
no. No,
You
can
would
you
be like,
imagine?
"Where the hell is the Hulk?"
Yeah, where's the Hulk?
He don't even have no nightmares about the Hulk or nothing.
No.
You, you know,
And that's probably why it wasn't in the syndication package, right? Like,
yeah, they would have had to have like spliced in just some random clips. They would have footage of her turning into a Hulk.
oh, you know they would now. Well, that's what I was thinking about that. Like with the do we get to see it? Um
Oh, come on. Rawr. Mm.
See, she loves her son more than Bill Bixby loved his wife. That's all I'm learning.
Oh, wow. America. Uh, it's too much.
Too much for Bill.
The cameraman is like, bullshit.
Where's the it's a TikTok challenge.
Right? Wow.
One of our many exterior shots around the building. Very nice.
Now, I
Very
think
nice.
that's
It's just
location.
yeah, it's just a nice 70s series. Like Universal made some good shows. Like what are you going to
Yeah.
say? They just made
And
some
they
good
all were on
shows.
that lot.
Oh hell yeah. Just wait till we're not into
Shit,
the
dude.
lot yet.
Uh-huh.
Well, where's our we got to get to our second lab, which is going to be basically like a fucking forest preserve office. Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well, I think Simon and Simon was Universal too, and I think if you probably watch these two in conjunction, you would see the exact same locations over and over. Magnum at
Oh,
least filmed in Hawaii.
anytime it was a town hall, it's the same town square, town hall.
oh yeah.
It's the same one. The Back to the Future one, the Gremlins one, it's all the same one.
Well, that's because by this time Universal was the only one maintaining their lot, I think. MGM
Yeah.
closed theirs in 74, 75. Can you imagine what they could do with that now if they hadn't torn that? Like, if they could, like, green screen some of that for their bullshit now, you'd be able to do amazing
Hmm.
stuff with that lot.
No, the lot it's still there. Like Courthouse Square is still there. I don't think they're ever going to change that. They almost lost it though when King Kong burned down. They still have the
Oh,
houses.
they have some history.
Yeah. Kind of would have been nice if she would have been another recurring.
I know. Like, she has so much to do in this. Like, oh, that dude. It's that dude.
That's Butch.
Oh, this just makes me mad watching it so close to Amazing Spider-Man. But no, like, why didn't you fucking have one guy do them all? Like, ugh.
Oh shit, Kenneth Johnson, Spider Man.
That's what I said. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he could pull off a Captain America, not with what they were working with, but
If he did, I bet you his would have had Red Skull in it.
yes. His would have addressed World War II.
Yeah, it might have even taken place partially. You would have had a better version of like the 1990
Right.
Captain America. Sal.
Was that the boat driver in Jaws 2?
It might
That
have
dude
been.
might be in Jaws 2.
I've seen him in something.
I think it's Jaws. It's one of I think it's Jaws 2. I think he's the boat
Joe
driver in Jaws
Pesci's
2.
daddy. How many mafia movies was he in?
73?
Hmm.
So there's a lot of people who exhibit their inner Hulks, is what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, there. It's a.
And they're all in California.
Oh, he's one arm.
See, that's Incredible Hulk Frank Castle.
Hmm.
Oh, there's the music. Oh, look at that fucking
Oh,
suit. God.
woo.
Oh, geez. Here
Oh
we
wow!
go.
Look at McGee.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Look at those glasses.
Shit. That suit.
Oh, man. Look at that. And
Look at
oh,
his.
look at the button. Just the double
Yeah.
button job. Like,
There we go. Fair faucet reference.
yep.
We are thoroughly in the 70s. Oh, with those mirrors.
Imagine pulling off that shot with those sunglasses. Like, no, these are serious fucking giant
Those
tortoiseshell
windows on his
sunglasses.
face.
Yeah.
And aquarium glass sunglasses. Shit.
Uh oh.
Hello.
We don't know. Oh, yes, we do, because Hulk, MCU Hulk's origin is still the Ang Lee Hulk's origin, right? Like, that's
Uh,
not out of continuity, but we haven't ever had it refuted.
no, they've officially abolished Ang Lee, which is dumb. I think they took elements from it because he starts out in South America in Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
So
but I thought they weren't they Universal didn't want them to directly refute it ever. But I don't
I
feel like
don't
we've heard anything about the Hulk's origin since then.
know.
They found it.
Uh-oh. Uh,
Abby normal. 78 cases.
uh, there are times people wear pants and then those pants are just wearing her. God bless the 70s. What is that? Trinitron TV? Uh,
See? He just why couldn't he save his wife?
maybe it's just a wimp, David. That guy, he's been on like a bunch of 70s shows.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what his name is, but he's been around.
Well, this one has more familiar. I mean, the other one does have Lisa Elbacher, and
Yeah.
you might know people from other stuff, but this is the one where you see a lot of the regular players because it's Universal.
Universal had a lot of folks working.
I don't know. I'm sure they have. Sure,
Right. Okay.
this is some hard science, dude's like, what is he fucking talking about? Like,
Yeah, this was just aiming for a really like because kids are checked out
oh,
by now.
kids are asleep. We are 24 minutes into this. It started at 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
If
No Hulk.
you're yeah, you're a bored ass fucking kid or you're asleep.
Yeah. I'm
And
playing with
they
toys somewhere.
yeah, and they did have to do a second pilot. Like they tried the same thing with Captain America,
Yeah.
where they wanted more Hulk in the second pilot to prove that people would watch it if there was more Hulk
Yeah.
and less like science drama.
Yeah, because this is just
What should I do? Is there even a bad guy in this?
I
I think.
don't
Oh no, because he dies.
hmm.
He they think he dies, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
this
has to kill
is
himself off.
yeah. So there's going to be a bad guy who wants to make a super soldier. I'm sure they all want to make a super soldier.
Oh.
So supposedly the Ed Norton movie basically remade this.
Yeah.
And no, but I mean like including the stuff before this.
Oh wow.
It was like him and Liv Tyler doing sciencey stuff, and that footage never got released.
Yeah, I'd like to see his cut.
Yeah, I'd like to see because I
Because they did
mean,
do the machine like that, like they remade that,
yeah,
but bigger.
dude,
Uh-oh. Mm. That's your fault, man.
I know. Like, come on, dude, we're not very sympathetic here.
Shit.
I'm gonna zap myself with radiation. Like, that's not.
No Rick Jones here
Nope.
to pull out of the thing.
Rick
Get out of there,
Jones
kid.
has never been live action. Is that right?
There's never been a Rick Jones live
Yep.
action. I don't know why.
Rick Jones, who was Bucky in the fucking 60s, who
Yeah.
was the Incredible Hulk sidekick, who had his own series. Like, he is completely forgotten. It's really funny.
He's what to Marvel to what Dick Grayson is to DC, or he should have been, but then they got rid of him. And for the movies, he could have easily been an all access character. He
I
didn't
mean,
always have to use
it was
Nick Fury and
Coulson.
shit.
I
Yeah.
mean, Coulson could have been Coulson could have gone at the end and been like, "My name is Agent Rick Jones Coulson" or whatever, and he gets Batman's secret bank vault or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's that whole thing. Like, we're killing off this character, but we're going to keep him alive for 7 years on TV, and it's never going to matter.
Oh, you don't know what happens to him by the end of the show. It's not even funny though. Uh, that show sucked.
He was a LMD the whole time anyway, right?
And no, not the
Okay.
whole time. It's yeah.
Okay.
The less said about that dumbass show that doesn't even count. Uh-oh.
What other nighttime sci-fi was there in the late 70s?
There are always people trying to do space shit.
77, so this is pre-Battlestar.
Yeah, before Battlestar, before Buck Rogers,
Yeah.
because Star Wars hadn't dropped yet. So you were doing space stuff, but it wasn't.
Dude,
Oh, and Paramount was trying to get
yeah,
Star Trek off the
Star Trek
ground.
going on the fourth network or third,
Yeah.
yeah, fourth. The DNA models in this are basically X-Men shots done practically. That's kind of funny. We're going to see a lot of that shit in next week's episode, but this doesn't do a lot of what we would think of as superhero special, like action fantasy special effects.
Mm-mm.
Once Lou shows up, you are basically watching uh,
A lot of practicals.
yeah, a lot of practical car throw. Like, it's hard to explain. Like,
Mm-hmm.
working on the Hulk, I'm sure gave you a very specific set of skills that you could take to something like the A Team. But then there was stuff where no, you couldn't really, even on the A Team, you didn't. Nobody needed you to have Mr. T lift up a car and throw it.
No, he might have threw a barrel or something, but
Yeah. Need to put on my windbreaker. Oh, and I love the he's got the shirt unbuttoned too.
mm-hmm. You saw the She-Hulk, right? Episode where they recreate
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah. Oh yeah. She-Hulk. Uh-oh, why is he getting so angry? Why is he getting angry at his car? That's not
At the
nice,
car.
Bill Bixby.
He's got the Thunder from the Hanna-Barbera library.
Oh, I mean, he's sitting in a car and they're spraying water on it. Like,
Yeah, that's just. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it.
I don't know. He seemed like I feel like he's a lot angrier as a person since he's had the gamma dose. Like it's not just that he's gonna Hulk out. It makes him more.
He's agitated. That
Yeah, it makes him angry. He's an angry guy now.
he's trying to find. He's very irate.
Also, zero chance that he'd be changing his own tire in the
Uh-uh.
current version. I wonder if they ever talked about having Rick Jones in this. Sorry for harping on Rick Jones. It's just if you actually ever read The Incredible Hulk, it's not like Rick Jones went away. He was around
Right. He was
for
always around.
25 years. Like,
I mean, he was the sidekick, and then for some reason, Marvel or MCU period just kind of. He's been in the cartoons. He's been in all the cartoons, I think. He was in the '80s one. He was in the '90s one.
this is
Uh oh.
this should have been a car commercial. This should have been a AAA commercial.
Oh.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Mutation.
How long are you gonna wear those green contact lenses, Bill Bixby? Okay, so you see, we're doing the transformation in the dark, which is exactly for the same reason they do superhero sequences in the dark today.
Mhm.
Because it's not just that it's cheaper, it's that it passes the silly test better. Like,
Yeah, that way you don't have to. It looks really good. Look at that.
yeah. Well, you know what my Incredible Hulk idea was? My it was Ed Norton as the Hulk. This was years before that, but it was Vin Diesel as the Hulk because he wouldn't have to talk, and
Yeah,
nothing
but
good
you have
ever
to
came
stay in
from him
shape.
talking. Yeah, it's well, this was 1999. We wouldn't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah,
Get the Rock
and
to do.
also, um, we got to add Lou actually wasn't the original Hulk here.
Mm, that's right. Who was
Initially,
it?
it was uh, was it Jaws, right?
I think so. Is there any of that footage that's in here or no?
Yeah, I think they say some of the footage made it to like either the pilot or some of the shows because they
Okay.
filmed a lot with him. Richard Kyle,
Yep.
and he was voiced by Ted Cassidy, who was Lurch, and the Hulk makeup is different too. He looks more monstrous. Grrr.
Now, one of the things that they also did was you would have Lou Ferrigno walking really slow to, make it a pretentious, portent in the scene, but it was clearly they were just telling him to walk slow. So, I mean, at least they weren't slowing it down, but the effect is kind of the same. I don't know. Uh oh.
Yeah. Now, I don't think they ever made an official Ferrigno Hulk figure, right?
No, they had the Migo that was the sort of stand in.
It was Amigo. Yeah, even then that wasn't. Yeah, that was.
This is our Frankenstein scene.
See, I think
I think that was Richard
that was
Kyle.
Jaws. Yeah.
And then Ferrigno would infamously voice the Hulk
Yep.
in Incredible Hulk and Avengers 1.
That's.
Is that Kyle? I
I
don't
think
think
that's Lou.
that's
That's
Lou.
Lou. Oh. Oh.
Thank goodness I've got my canoe handy.
I guess it's supposed to be kind of reminiscent of Frankenstein.
Yeah. How are we going to do these special effects? It's 1977. I love the music.
Yeah.
I'd rather drown than get saved. Here we go.
Well, at least this is a thinking Hulk, you know.
Uh,
Oh, that was not that little girl.
no. Come on, kid.
Oh, he's gonna shoot the Hulk.
Yep. This is where
Ow!
we need to establish the Hulk's bulletproof. Sort of.
All right, that kind of hurt, man.
Okay. Now we are getting the slow motion, though.
That
Please don't hurt my daddy, Mr. Hulk. Please don't hurt my daddy.
actually is fucking scary as hell.
What movie is that?
Huh?
The Please Don't Hurt My Daddy.
Oh,
What is that?
yeah, Terminator 2.
Terminator 2? Yeah. Lou, of course, was buds with Arnold back in this period. They were both Mr. Universes or whatever.
Yeah, pumping ion.
All right, we pick up Dad.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah. This
So
one
he,
put some stuntmen to work.
so he doesn't kill him. He just
Nope.
says, "Look, man,
And now he's like, "Fuck your
you
shit,
shot
you
me."
asshole! I saved your asshole kid. Fuck that tent."
Yeah, fuck your tent. Ah.
Well, the other thing is, eventually he'll start taking off the clothes. I don't remember. I mean,
Yeah,
not
after
he'll
a while he starts tossing the shirt,
he
right?
starts tossing the shirt, and then he's going to have some shorts eventually. But we need to remember that he's much bigger than Bill Bixby.
The damn wig, man.
Uh,
Gee,
yep,
they
and
couldn't
now
give
we
him
get
anything more than bozo hair. Eh. Ugh.
our Frankenstein moment.
Yeah, the makeup's coming off. Ugh.
How did that? Did they like staple that wig to his head? Like that thing looks like it's going to fall off at every moment.
Mm. Might be like a loose swim cap.
I don't know. That's something they should have kept. They should bring that back. They should bring back bad Hulk hair. It doesn't make any sense the Hulk's got good hair.
Right. Yeah. Oh wait. Huh?
Who's that? What happened
Oh.
to him? Why are his clothes okay?
It's like the cartoon. Mm.
I'm X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Yeah, the jacket.
Yeah, that jacket does not look torn up. Come on, establish the shit. There we go.
Oh, okay.
It's because Bill Bixby's like, I don't want to be having my shirt off. Thank you. No.
Yeah, you gotta cover me up a little more than that.
Yep.
Huh? The sleazy 70s TV director. Now I need you to have your
I
clothes off.
know, right? Like, what the fuck? Okay, so we're just about halfway through this. So what you're basically saying is that they wanted Dad to watch start at minute 50.
Yeah.
Why do your clothes look so silly?
Yeah, why are your clothes all ripped up? Is that a Gordon Gartrell shirt?
There's no way they would have had a woman named Elena be his sidekick in the comics at this point either.
Nah.
They had some really bland names in the 70s for the ladies.
Lori.
What else did Kenneth Johnson do? Like he did this, he did V.
He did a lot. I just not from off the top. I can't think of anything else, but he did some really good shit.
Right there.
Wow.
I've got super healing. This, of course, is pre-Superman as well.
Mm.
They should have done I don't know. They should have done like a charity thing with Reeve and Ferrigno.
That would have been cool. I think Reeve. Yeah, it took him a minute to embrace Superman.
It did. Because he wanted a different career than he
Yeah, he wanted
got.
to be an actor. Superman was just kind of a thing, that just got him out there.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever did that, right? Appeared somewhere in the suit.
Oh fuck no. But he at least was doing he did charity stuff. He just didn't do it in the fucking suit. Like because that was kind of the thing is like you every once in a while you'll see one of the fucking people go to a hospital to see a kid or something, but like super Christopher Reeve and Helen Slater did fucking charity events together back in what
Yeah,
84, 85. Like he could have been in the fucking movie, but that's another thing to say, but whatever.
that would have been nice.
Would have been nice.
That would have been real nice.
If you're just gonna do switching channels 2 years later, man, you can just do Supergirl and make it a real movie. Kick off the DCEU decades before.
Yeah. where you really had to do it before James Gunn turned it into a shit show.
He hasn't yet. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about earlier. When we were talking about the cartoons,
Mm-hmm.
who's going to be the first company that's going to redub the cartoons with the other actors?
Oh no, don't do
The
that.
catalog shit? You don't think so?
They shouldn't,
Well, they shouldn't, but
because if they were ever gonna do that, it's long past. Because they should have did it when Christopher Reeve was alive.
oh, I'm not thinking Superman. I bet what? Um, I was more thinking Disney.
Oh, what shows would they redub though?
They can
There's
do their
so
old
damn many of them.
Spider-Mans
Yeah.
with that fucking Tom Holland sound alike from What If.
Oh yeah. Well, they should redub the. They
They,
should redub anything. What's his face did? It's a bad look for their company. The fuck is that kid? Drake Bell. They ought to redub his shows.
mm, yeah, I don't know if I'm still awake if I'm a kid.
No.
But this is why she's so important to this one. It is her the Incredible Hulk is actually her experience of these events. Like she's the
Mm-hmm.
audience's like entry. So this is what makes this special compared to something like Spider-Man, which did not have that with Aunt May at all.
No,
Or
nobody was.
Lisa Elbacher disappeared, so there's nothing. Oh, there he is.
But we have an insane Spider-Man, anyways. He just put the costume on just cause.
Yep. Ooh,
Uh-huh.
but my baby blues. Now he passed between the first reunion movie and the second, right?
Oh.
I think so.
Yeah,
Or
because he
he was
wasn't
too
in the second
sick,
one.
yeah. But
He definitely. I don't think
he's
he wasn't in the third one. Third
oh
one was.
shit. I
I don't
always
even
get him
acknowledge.
confused with the dude who's in the first Captain America.
Mm.
Or is he in both of them? The scientist. Okay, here it is. The Culver Institute's fucking forest preserve office. So I don't think this is the same as the exterior. It can't be, right? But
Mm.
look at this. This is fucking
Oh, that's a set for real.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where they spend the rest of the movie and they do a really smart job of it. Like they keep it they're working at night so they keep the lights low. There's a lot of fucking mood. That's the other thing about TV movies that
Susan Sullivan. Oh,
what was she on Days of Our Lives? You got 15 was she wasn't Marlena on Days of Our No, that was somebody
I,
else. Who was Susan Sullivan? Was she even on? Hold on.
dude, my soap opera knowledge goes no further than Luke and Laura
No, yeah.
or Angie and Jesse.
She wasn't even on she wasn't on Days of Our
Yeah,
Lives. She was on
I couldn't.
Falcon Crest. Falcon Crest is
Oh,
the fucking show. That is the show that I obviously need to rewatch if she was on this. She also earned an Emmy nomination for Julie Farr MD,
I
which
tell you about that
was
that summer spent watching SoapNet,
no.
Dallas and Dynasty. They had on back to back. I
I
watched
want to
the
track this
entire run
shit
of both
down.
shows.
Yeah. I want to track down this Julie Farr, MD. Oh, what are they doing? They're trying to cure him? Okay. But this is also from the era where you weren't guaranteed an action sequence every 10 minutes, right? Like,
right. They actually had to write all of this shit.
You just had long ass, because you were pacing your action scenes not to keep your whatever the 13-year-olds engaged or whatever. You were pacing it for the commercial breaks. You didn't want anybody to miss the hook
This was
action
also
scenes.
Emmy contender shit. You know, they had real actors in this.
Yeah, this is much different than, I don't know. You could have put one of the Hardy Boys a few years earlier in Spider-Man or something, like to get a little more prestige status, but like
Parker Stevenson as Peter Parker.
this is a much this is a much higher production value too, just for this.
Yeah,
Like,
just look at it. They're somewhere, but not clearly California pretending to be New York.
well, I can see why they wanted a second pilot movie, because this is a science drama. Like, it's a
Yeah,
fake science
this
drama. Like,
even like I couldn't see any adults hanging around this long till, you know, like if that one scene with the Hulk was all you got out of the entire movie, you would be mad as hell.
I don't know, man. You got to remember the late 70s. You got to remember 70s TV movies, though.
Yeah,
Let's do everything we've done already over again. How many outfits did she bring with her?
I don't know, but she looks fabulous.
This is actually an, I don't know how hard this is to shoot, but this is really cool looking. The people walking
Dark.
around in the dark, lit by the machines. Yeah, that's fucking cool looking. They're not
It
going to
looks
do
very.
anything like this.
It looks very first season Lost in Space.
He's an incredibly handy guy.
Yeah, well, you gotta be. That's how he got into all the jobs and shit. But I don't think they really banking on this being a show at this point, because this was just a movie, a pilot movie.
Yeah, and I mean, at this
Just you
time,
know,
you didn't know what your show was going to be yet, right? Like, that's very weird that in how we think of pilots now.
because this was a for a minute, this was a one and done.
Well, I mean, they always wanted a show, but
Yeah,
that's what's so funny about the Captain America ones, is they were like, no, you guys will fucking fix this the next time. And it's just like, holy shit. So we're an hour in, so excuse me. It's probably about 9:15.
mm.
Oh, we got some light effects.
Mhm.
I don't even.
More
I think
Frankenstein
this.
references.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. Trying to find a cure is not a will not be a regular thing in the show. Like there'll be special episodes where he thinks he's found a cure or something like that, but like a lot of them are just the done in one.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk versus evil magicians or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it's looking for a cure or looking for a way to control it. And then other times it's just, random adventures.
Yoga made all the difference.
I watched the Death Mask episode the other night.
Oh yeah.
Gerald McRaney. Shit. That's one of the finest hours of television ever made.
So not only does she do the work, she has to make him food. Like
Don't you know I like you anyway?
ever since med school, when you picked the dead wife over me.
Susan Sullivan would have been a great Sue Storm.
Oh God. Amazing.
Yes. See, look at her right there. That's Sue.
Well, personally, I hope they just say fuck it and troll everybody. Who's reading Sue? Bennifer.
Oh, God.
I don't care. I don't care. I want it to happen. Fuck it. I don't care. Burn it all down. Burn it down.
That would be the end of the Marvel Universe.
That's fine. Then they can relaunch it
End
with
of the
the
MCU.
X-Men. That's Secret Wars.
You know how much bullshit?
Look at that
Are
shot.
you out of
I
your
love that.
fucking
I love
mind?
that. Oh, fuck that. You can have Matt Damon as the fucking thing. Oh, yeah, put the rapist brother in as Johnny Storm. Like, fuck, I don't care. Make it just what does J Lo have a brother somewhere? Like,
Uh, she has a sister I know of. Uh,
so the other thing about this, I think if this were a 72-minute TV movie, that would be the ticket. You
yeah, they
cut
would have gotten to the
down,
point quicker.
yeah, you cut down at the beginning. You can keep all this, but we've just had too much because this is some nice fucking shit. Like, well, but then you just could introduce the flashback here and keep it because TV movies were originally around 72 minutes
Uh,
and then they made them longer. Did that mean they had a 90-minute slot in the early 70s? I've never been
yeah,
interested enough to
because a lot
look.
of them did run longer. Because most older TV movies are a good solid hour and a half. And then, well, yeah, the hour and a half is 2 hours. So
Yeah.
72 would be 90.
Come on.
Back then, TV channels, they would play other shit like shows. Half-hour shows ran longer too.
Yeah. See, if you had introduced this without the opening flashback, I think it actually would have been more effective. Because then you could have him haunted without knowing exactly why. I don't know.
Yeah, till this part.
Yeah. It's not your fault, David. The gamma rays just weren't right.
Oh,
Something just happened.
oh,
That is a shot that I think is in the opening credits later, like of the show. But they've tried very hard not to show her in the opening credits
yeah. They couldn't show
because
her.
that would require paying her.
Yeah. I don't
She's
want
in.
this damn sandwich. Oh, jeez.
It is good. She knows so much about this lab because also,
Yeah.
what the hell were they going to use it for if it wasn't growing a monster? Like,
All right. Rolling gremlins. Arr.
do you think they added the other scene, the girl?
Hmm.
Because I mean, this seems like your first Hulk scene in a way.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they might have added that. But then again, it was something I think they filmed anyway with
Kyle, yeah.
Kyle. Yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah,
should
he's coming through that.
run.
Oh.
I have a lot of questions about the glass on this thing.
Yeah, why is the glass that color?
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
you should
this is back
run.
when he still had bare feet.
I think we saw the slippers in the little girl scene.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, this one they're going to be like, Lou, you're inside. It's fine. This is like a horror, almost a science fiction horror, like
yeah.
suspense
This is
thing. This
You could
is
never get away with this Hulk now.
no.
It's too talky and cerebral, and
I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, it'd be a great scene for somebody just terrified narrating it, but
yeah.
yeah, no.
Uh,
Okay, do we establish that he's not
yeah,
going
he's
to
barefoot.
hurt her?
That's right. They don't.
Why? Well, they talk about the gunshot. Like, maybe the original thought for the kid scene was different, like less elaborate, but he still got shot. Because, like, if you're going to show him off that much in daylight, why the fuck are you shooting him in the dark here? Like, avoiding it. Uh, Susan Sullivan, be careful.
Right.
How did she deserves an Emmy for this? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets to turn back.
Oh, here we go, folks.
Look at that James Brown wig. Oh, I feel good.
It's my hair again. You got to get those contacts off. I feel like the Wolfman transformation back in the day had it up on that. Just saying.
Yeah,
I get it, but still, like,
yeah, it's not that. Well, they kind of consider Hulk a nuclear wolfman.
yeah,
And another thing they don't establish on the show that they have in the comics is Hulk doesn't have a hatred for Banner.
right.
Like he's
Because he,
referred to as David by people that know, and he doesn't think anything of it. There's no real separation like that.
yeah,
Hulk is just a you know a
yeah.
mutant
There's
David.
no puny
Yeah,
banner
no
stuff.
puny Banner.
It was the accident, but there weren't gamma rays. Okay, so there isn't a bad guy in this. Like,
I don't think so.
it is just a science episode. Like, uh,
Well, McGee,
yeah, but he's
he's
only been in it
established as kind of a
twice.
threat
Yeah,
somehow.
but the this is what pilot movies could be like. Your first episode, your pilot could be quite different from your series.
Hmm.
Because I mean, Susan Sullivan's a draw separate. Like she was cast to be a
Oh my
draw.
God, that's a see-through shirt.
Is that the same outfit she was wearing earlier, or did she change her clothes again?
I don't know, but you could see right through that thing.
She also had time to do her lipstick.
And her hair. Her hair's changed at least 3 or 4 times. It's been longer.
I don't know. This is just a cool idea for a way of doing this. Like, it's long,
But you
and
gotta
it's
have the endurance for it.
yeah. But I'm saying, if you wanted to redo this and do it snappier, this
Yeah.
setup is good. You could do like a really good hour episode of a
Yeah. This
Hulk
actually could be shortened to
show,
an
I
hour.
guess. Like, there we go,
Yeah.
everybody. The Hulk's never going to kill anybody. So what's going to go wrong? Like,
Yeah, somehow the lab burns down, right? That's the big thing
yeah,
that
but I don't know if Colvin's responsible in any way. I don't think he is, which means we might get some late 70s contrived fucking, I don't even know what. I'm sorry,
mm,
bullshit. There's nobody there. Oh no, they're at the other lab.
uh-uh.
So they're on the same campus, as it were, but
Hmm.
they're in the wilderness. They're on Isa Nublar 99023. David Bruce Banner.
California.
Yeah.
Why didn't you report your car?
Okay, Bill Bixby's short, but he's not that short.
Oh, it was probably tall. Besides, they have to make him look
Yeah.
really little to. Huh?
Okay, I think dude was supposed to be like. So the comic would
This
have.
is this is shot during like pickups or something.
Oh yeah,
Colvin looks completely different. The hair,
they don't look. That shot on them is weird too. Like, I don't know. I think Kenneth Johnson actually did commentary on this for the DVD. I don't know if
yeah,
they
he
carried
does.
it over.
He does it for all the movies.
Hmm. Ooh, the Hulk.
Huh. They
But
probably reshot it just for that line.
the comics would add the pursuing reporter for a couple years, I think. But this is a this is the fugitive only with the Incredible Hulk. Like,
Yeah, and they've done it again with
yeah,
Werewolf. Oh.
he won't kill David. Dun, dun. Holy shit! Speaking of Dr. Jekyll, I watched the 31, the or whatever, the Frederick March one. Do you know what that's about? I don't know if it's from the book, but do you know what Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the movie's actually about?
That one?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Dr. Jekyll hires a hooker to get raped by Mr. Hyde over and over again, and then Mr. Hyde finally kills her. Yeah, that's the fucking movie.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And because you're like, wait, but Dr. Jekyll knew what he was doing the whole time. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that.
No. And I think they edited the shit out of it for the code because it's like the only pre-code horror movie. I mean, the other two are, I guess, no, Dracula and Frankenstein are pre-code, but they didn't cut a lot of that. But they cut the shit out of that. And I think whenever I saw it before, it did not include the lengthy subplot about Miriam Hopkins trying to get away from this rich doctor who was subjecting her to assault by his ape-like companion. Like, it was fucking weird.
That is weird. Nosy ass McGee.
Yeah. McGee's like the reporter version of Larry in some ways. Like, in
Wonder
that's
whose idea that was though to have a reporter chasing him instead of like the law.
Kenneth Johnson's. I bet it's Kenneth Johnson's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise, who would be chasing him? It'd be either the law or it would be, I mean, in the comics, it would be Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt Ross.
And
Yeah.
they weren't fucking around with that. Like,
They didn't do that till the A-Team.
right.
They used to have the army come out.
Well, doing a reporter keeps it budgeted too. Like,
Yeah. You don't have to have soldier uh, extras every week.
and the reporter's always asking questions. So he's repeating the exposition at the next commercial break and shit. So, yeah. But this is still not the pilot. This is not the show you're going to get. This is your movie of the week. This is your very special movie of the week. For a movie of the week, it's got great production value for this time. Like, this is a good looking movie of the week.
Yeah. Well, these they put in the theaters overseas, didn't they?
Yeah. But they put the Spider-Man in the theaters too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they put the Captain Americas in the theaters.
No, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Doctor Strange, maybe, but definitely this. They had this. They had the second one.
The second one.
And they had some places got the second season, The Bride of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
I've seen like a single couple references.
Yeah, there's a
to
poster.
That. Yeah.
There's an awesome fucking painted theatrical poster of that.
But the Spider-Mans only had, let's see, they had Spider-Man, then they had whatever Spider-Man Strikes Back, which I think is the Deadly Dust, and then
Deadly
they
Dust
had
and Chinese Web.
Chinese Web. But they were still smart enough to get that footage to connect the other two into movies. So, like,
oh man,
I always liked the idea of combining episodes into TV movies.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh,
Mm,
So he knocked that thing over, and I bet that's going to be what causes the accident.
yeah.
She changed her top again from that see-through number you liked.
Yeah, she put the sweater over it.
Did we actually see her do that, or is that just what she did?
Yeah, she just put it on
Okay.
because the collar is still jacked up.
All of
That was the
the
sweater she had tied around her neck.
all of the clothing change scenes are in the director's cut.
Uh,
Gotta go, Mr. McGee.
this is oh shit.
Hmm. I think we're gonna get an explosion shot. No. This is
Here we
also
go.
in the
Here it comes.
boom. There you go.
Woo!
Uh that of course is in your opening titles of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Mm.
lucky. Nope.
Shit. Mm.
Okay.
Well,
So I think do we get a moving transformation or we get a stunt man?
oh
Wait a
god,
second. Holy shit.
that explosion noise that they use for everything.
Well, yeah. But they still got Bill Bixby to fucking
Yeah,
get that
do all
close
of
to
that.
fire. I don't know, man. That'd be a good time to Hulk out.
Right. What you waiting for, buddy? Get mad.
Yep. Oh, damn. Is she going to tell him that she always loved him before she
Oh,
dies? I think she does. That's sad.
they just had to make it double tragic.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Hurry up, dude.
get in there.
Lady.
Oh
Oh, my God. You do an episode of. You do Hulk loses his mind and hangs out with Animal. There's your genre crossover or your property crossover. No, no booties.
I wonder if they ever really would have evolved for him to talk.
Mm,
Because
I
he'd been
mean,
the Hulk for a long time to still be this.
oh, like if it had gone 7 seasons.
Yeah. Or even by the time of the movies, with the exception of the first one, because the first one they say there have been a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was much crossover in a way. Like, I think if you were a Hulk TV movie, if like, no, because I read the comics when the TV movies were on too. I think you just kept them separate. Like, this is just your non talking Hulk. And then in the
Oh,
comics, you're
by
just
the
like,
time they were doing what? Incredible Hulk Returns?
it was Mr. Gray.
Yeah, he was gray.
Yeah.
Green didn't come back till like 92, 91.
Yeah. He was Mr. Fix It,
Yeah. Joe
drawn
Fix It.
by drawn by Todd McFarlane. That's a bad cut.
Yeah, they definitely redid the makeup for the show.
Oh shit. Oh damn. He's not
I think he
even gonna
stopped
turn
wearing the
back.
teeth,
He should give her some of his Hulk blood.
right? Brrr.
Still got that nice lighting. See, that's why the kid scene doesn't make any sense with this. Like, if this is how like fucking dark you were gonna shoot this thing,
You know, the kid scene might have been something they shot just to show like a makeup test or something.
hmm. Yep, here it is. I always loved you.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yep. And then you threw me
What?
over, and now I'm dead too. For
See,
the
why doesn't
next
the Hulk just let out a roar?
couple
She.
minutes.
I'll knock down some trees. Oh, here we
Mm-hmm.
go.
Oh yeah. You thought Arnold did it first, everyone. No.
Oh, they didn't show the shot of the animals looking up.
I mean, they do. That's kind of the thing with this is because this is not your traditional. I mean, this is what your Hulk's not a traditional superhero, so it's like it's a different kind of show.
Yeah, he's not a purposeful do-gooder.
No, like so it's just your wandering troubleshooter show, like having adventures of the week and shit, like but with
There
superpowers. So
is one episode I was watching where the Hulk actually was smart enough to put certain shit together and track down. I was like, what the hell?
that's weird that they're together.
What did they bury for him?
Nothing. That's why he's got a little headstone.
Oh,
Um, but I mean, like, presumably his wife's grave site would be nearby,
yeah, where's
right?
his wife's grave?
Um, now I want to watch this. It's just 5 fucking years of show, right? Incredible Hulk kills two.
uh,
What's the other? What's the other thing where the guy's hunting? He's convinced that the thing killed his friends. It's not this because he wasn't friends with him, but there's something
yeah.
where it's this
Eh,
setup, but the guy thinks that his
well,
friends
it
are
was
dead.
werewolf
No, it wasn't werewolf.
because werewolf he had to go find the guy that made him a wolf.
Oh no, it might actually just be this. Like he might appropriate being friends with them or something. Like,
No, you're right. There is one where
yeah, but I can't
I
think.
can't
It
think of
should be pretty
what it was.
obvious. But yeah, when do we get the Lonely Man? Is it started?
He's got to
Not
walk down
yet.
that road.
Yep. Oh, look at those bell bottoms. Fuck
Those
yeah.
bells. Woo. Man.
How many layers of openness? Does he have 3 layers on and all of them are open?
He's got the jacket, the shirt.
Okay, this is the start of your Lonely Man song.
Eesh.
Calm down, David. Like,
Uh.
I really like granite. Oh man, that's sad. Oh, because he doesn't know. Aw.
Oh, right. She told the Hulk,
Yeah.
which is why they play around with it on the show.
Here it
Like
is.
sometimes he remembers shit.
Written,
Sometimes he's like
produced,
it's
and
foggy.
directed by Kenneth Johnson. Get your full, as full as you're going to get, Lonely Man. Look at those fucking bell bottoms. You can see them from here. Kenneth Johnson's fucking good. Like, this good TV movie for
Yeah.
1977. Yeah. Ding. Stanley Consultant.
Oh
No
yeah, the
Incredible
Marvel
Hulk will
Comics
return.
group.
Yep. MCA Company.
The old Universal Sting.
The Incredible Hulk would be followed by the Return of the Incredible Hulk, which was sort of, it was syndicated with the rest of the show, unlike this. The Return of the Incredible Hulk splits into 2 episodes nicely, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they tried another pilot, and that one got it picked up. And
It had a very short first season.
yep, 10-episode first season, and then a couple full seasons, and then I think like a 17-episode, and then a 7-episode conclusion in what, 81, 82. And then there was also the cartoon in 82, 83, or 81 to 83.
Which should have had 2 seasons, but
Yeah.
I don't know. People were hulked out by then because he was right back at it in what 88.
88, but those were not as popular as they could have been. Like, they were
Well,
popular
those
enough to get another one.
the problem with them was that they came with the promise of hey, we if they'd have just done that Fable team up with Spider-Man and the
Yeah,
one with it was going to have black costume Spidey.
that would have been cool.
Wow.
So, next episode is Doctor Strange,
Mm-hmm.
starring Peter Hooton, Jessica Walters,
Mm-hmm.
Walter. There's no
I
S
think it's
on it.
Walter.
Walter. The lady who married Michael Crichton, but fuck him. He sucked apparently, or he did suck. Not apparently.
Oh, I know who you're
Um,
talking about. She was in
yeah,
another horror movie.
yeah. Co-wrote Twister, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
What else about that? That's going to be very backlot, as I recall. And it is written and directed by Philip DeGuerre, who would go on to create Simon and Simon. So we're still going to be in the Universal wheelhouse next week, folks. I think we are for the rest of it. I think the Captain Americas are too.
Yeah. Yeah. Spider-Man got snagged away very early.
Yep. Should have held out for Universal. I don't know what to tell you. Held out for Kenneth Johnson.
Yep.
You got anything else?
No, that's about it. I mean, the Hulk. it just did its thing pretty much. I mean, everybody knows about the Hulk.
Yeah. It was a
It's a
phenomenon
great
from,
show. Yeah.
I'd say, the 78, 79, 80. It was a pretty fucking big phenomenon. Like,
And it got put almost instantly in syndication because I remember being very young
yes,
seeing that run in syndication. And then, of
because
course,
in reality, it was airing a little bit too late if you were under
yeah,
5. Like, but you
like
you
when I
knew
was
you
little,
wanted to watch the Hulk.
I remember seeing it on one of the channels, like 32 or Channel 9. They played it back to back with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Those were the days,
those were the
kids.
days. Though I don't know. Dukes of Hazzard.
Eh, I mean, Dukes of Hazzard was a spot holder till Knight Rider came around. Remember, we were very limited back then.
That is true. Let's not forget this was a big deal because uh you could do car chases, but you couldn't
Yeah, it was all
do.
about car porn back then
Yeah.
between Dukes of Hazzard and Chips and any other cop show that had to
Magnum
have a car
PI
chase.
had the car. I mean,
Yeah,
Rockford had a car chase every episode. So yeah, I mean, like that is an interesting thing. Is the Incredible Hulk one of your few hour-long
yeah.
action
You could
adventure shows without a weekly car chase?
it could afford to be smaller if you could just transform him into the Hulk and do a stunt or two. You
Yeah.
know,
And then I think at some point Lou didn't want to do as many scenes, so you'd have things like that go on.
like
Because
how the I'd call him a prick to his face for that. That would make me so mad. It's like a producer or director.
well, don't forget he did his Hercules movies. He was
Yeah, but that was later on in the 80s. I think
was
that was
it?
like after. Yeah, I think that was one of them was after
Well, yeah,
Hulk.
because he did two.
Yeah, that was after Hulk. He
I don't know. I
didn't
feel
want to
like
do. Son of a
he
bitch,
should
you're
have
the Hulk.
wrestled. He should have wrestled. Lou Ferrigno should have wrestled. Like,
I'm like, man, give me some attitude, Lou. I'll replace you with Mr. T, you son of a bitch.
Mr. T never would have done the Hulk. He'd been like, I'm not going to talk, and I don't get to wear my shit. There's a great crossover, though. Mr. T and the Hulk. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, the Hulk and the A-Team.
What about the Hulk in Different Strokes? A very special Different Strokes where
Yeah,
Arnold has to help out with the Hulk.
shit,
Willis doesn't believe him.
he crossed over with everybody else.
Yeah, Willis doesn't believe him until the end. And then
Different
Dana
Strokes was
Plato
like
has got
Different
some
Strokes was
stupid
like
line.
the Family Matters back then. Arnold was on everybody's show. he was on he was on Silver Spoons one episode.
He was a phenomenon.
Well, actually, you know what? Mr. T, he guest starred on both Silver Spoons and Different Strokes.
Does the Hulk have any celebrity guest stars? It was a little early for that. Like, this is still the era of Battle of the Network stars type shit. Like,
They had special guest stars, but there were people who were well known on other shows or like
yeah.
old school star.
Yeah. All right.
Those were the type of special guest stars they had back then.
I don't know.
Like
More
it was a
Kenneth
big
Johnson.
deal. It was a big deal when one of the One Day at a Time girls guest starred.
Right.
That's as big as you got.
Okay, so next
Yeah,
time, Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange.
the universe of madness, and I think this is the one that technically has Superman-esque flying effects before Superman came out.
Oh
So
wow.
we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Yeah. So that's all I got. You got anything?
No, that's it, man. Let's close her on out.
Well, folks. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Watch the Hulk, but
Yeah, watch the Hulk. Watch the show. If you can
skip the
find
movies.
episodes.
Skip the
Yeah,
movies. But yeah, watch old TV. I guess there you go.
yeah.
Some of
Watch
it.
old
Some of
good
it.
shows. All righty.
Night, everybody.
Night.